A police officer charged with putting a gun to his girlfriend's head, but she says it didn't happen. Why prosecutors say they don't believe her.
An evening drive-ins in a crash that could have been so much worse. Why neighbors say this is just one instance in a growing problem.
And an East County restaurant owner hospitalized after falling off a cliff while skiing. Why some experts believe yoga may have saved his life. Could a single piece of hair be the key to putting away a San Diego police officer charged with pointing a gun at his girlfriend's head and threatening to kill her?
Our 10 News reporter Lauren Davis is live at police headquarters downtown. And Lauren, the alleged victim says she made it all up, but prosecutors say they have evidence.
Yeah, they say they have his gun with a piece of his girlfriend's blonde hair wedged in the barrel of his semi-automatic handgun.
Police officer Timothy Romberger walked out of the courthouse on his phone today after facing felony domestic violence charges. Prosecutors say a third party called 911 after learning of text messages where the alleged victim claimed Romberger had choked her.
Had thrown her to the floor, put his fingers on her Adam's apple, said that he was going to kill her.
Prosecutors say the text messages also stated Romberger pointed a gun at his girlfriend's head, threatened to kill her, and told her not to tell.
They're not going to believe you, they're going to believe me.
In court today, his girlfriend told the judge it's all a lie, that she's not a victim, and she sent the messages because she was angry.
I am concerned for the safety of the victim, especially because she is not seeking resources and not wanting to remove herself from the relationship that she feels she's not with them.
The prosecution says they have proof Romberger held the gun to her head.
A firearm found in the home had the hair or a blonde hair wedged into the barrel of the firearm, corroborating the story that she told.
Prosecutors asked for Romberger's bond to be raised to $100,000 to protect his girlfriend, but the judge denied that request. He did tell both parties not to see or speak to each other, and he granted a protection order for Romberger's girlfriend.
It is a very lethal time after a domestic violence incident does occur, and so having the protective order in place, which we did file today, even though it was over her objection, I think will provide her safety.
Now, right now, Romberger is on paid administrative leave with the police department. He's due back in court on February the 22nd. If he is convicted of these crimes, he faces 9 years behind bars. Reporting live from police headquarters downtown, Lauren Davis, 10 News.
Lauren, thank you. Right now, Customs and Border Protection is conducting a huge exercise at the Otay Mesa Port of Entry. Our 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo joins us from the border. And Laura, for the next 15 minutes, no one going in, no one going out. We're hearing a lot of honking.
Yeah, Stephen, they actually just started honking. They have been at a standstill for a couple of minutes now. If you can see Customs and Border Protection vehicle blocking the area right now. No one coming in, no one going out. I want to show you some video from our 10 News breaking news tracker. Ginny Creighton can start to see the officers getting ready for this exercise. Now, CBP is calling this a readiness exercise, and travelers were warned about a delay in processing in and out of the country. Again, this exercise is supposed to last 15 minutes, and that is when cars are going to be allowed back to continue going to and from the country. We are still waiting to see. In the past, we have heard flashbangs, we have seen agents in tactical gear, but we again are still waiting to see when that exercise is going to happen. We are also starting to hear the helicopter circling up above. For now, we are reporting live from the Otay Mesa Port of Entry. Laura Acevedo, 10 News.
Yeah, quite a scene at the border tonight, Laura, and it is just an exercise. And two big storms will hit San Diego heading into the weekend, and that could delay repairs to the Ocean Beach Pier. And this video is from just a couple of weeks ago when the strong waves and the high surf broke off several parts of the pier. Crews are still assessing the damage. There are concerns that this next round of storms could cause even more damage to that area. Well, we're going to see the first storm tomorrow, the second on Saturday, the third again next week, and just how much rain we can all expect. Jennifer De La Cruz is watching them all come in.
Yeah, several inches of rain by the time we're all said and done, up to about 2 inches just for our coastline, upwards of 4 inches for some of our higher elevations. So this storm certainly packing a powerful punch. Taking you through our rain futurecast as this moves through places like Ventura, Santa Barbara, and Los Angeles County, getting ready to move into San Diego by the time we're just getting ready for our evening commute for tomorrow. So certainly going to be a messy one there. A lot of heavy potentially flooding in some areas as well before before that storm starts to move out, and then getting ready for another round of rain. So storm number 1 on Thursday, up to about 1 inch of rain for the coast and valleys. For storm number 2 on Saturday, 1.5 inches for the coast. Even more rain for our higher elevations with snow above 5,000 feet and strong winds. Storm number 3 pushing in on Monday. That one will be lighter overall, but after 2 previous rounds of rain, flooding certainly can be an issue. And I'm going to track hour by hour when that rain is going to move in for tomorrow, coming up in your 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Jennifer. And track the storms as they move into the area. You can see interactive radar and up-to-the-minute forecasts all on the free 10 News mobile app.
It was shocking. I was like, wow, like I really made it through this.
An evening drive in Mira Mesa ends with a terrifying crash, flying glass, and then utter disbelief after the driver saw what she hit. As our 10 News reporter Michael Chen found out, neighbors say it's just the latest example of a growing illegal dumping problem.
Monday night, just past 9 p.m.
Trying to go get food.
Sierra Carrasco was driving on a dark Montongo Street blocks from her house.
All I remember is I was looking down at my dash for the time, and then I looked up and it was too late.
In that blur of a moment,
Just a big crash.
a metal crunching collision.
Just hitting, and then my car spun sideways, and so when that happened, I couldn't see anything. All I saw was my airbags, the white of the boat.
An old boat and trailer dumped partway in the street along with a mattress. That's what Carrasco smashed into. Her Ford Focus totaled. She would walk away with cuts and bruises.
It was shocking. I was like, wow, like I really made it through this right now.
It was terrifying to get the phone call.
Carrasco's mother, Brooke.
This could be a fatality story. Had she been in a different car, had the boat been a few inches to the left.
Is grateful but angry over a problem that continues to pile up.
Neighbors say sites like this dumped shopping cart are just the beginning.
Brooke says the problem of illegal dumping is now a weekly one along a several-mile stretch of the Los Penasquitos Canyon Preserve.
I've seen a washer and dryer out there. I've seen a refrigerator there.
Upsetting that this has turned into a dumping ground, right so close to where I live.
Sierra says one issue
A lot of times people have to use their brights.
is the dark street and lack of street lights, an invitation for dumpers. Brooke worries about what will be tossed out next.
It could happen again, and somebody could end up killed.
Michael Chen, 10 News.
Totaled her car. Wow. The trailer had Nevada plates, but the boat's registration expired 2 decades ago. After we reached out to Councilmember Chris Cates' office, the spokesperson claims they have directed city staff to begin looking into more streetlights for that area.
Closing arguments are expected to wrap up tomorrow in the trial of a Navy sailor accused of driving off the Coronado Bridge while drunk and killing 4 people. Prosecutors closed by saying Richard Cipollio had been drinking, he was distracted, and he was going more than 80 miles per hour before the crash. Cipollio's defense attorney disputed that, saying Cipollio was not drunk nor speeding, and he was not distracted. The defense blamed the crash on a design flaw on the bridge and a problem with Cipollio's truck.
We have learned the name of the man who died in a small plane crash in Oceanside this week. The FAA says that Raymond Petty Jr. and another person were in the plane when it crashed into a hillside above State Route 76, just about a quarter mile from the Oceanside Municipal Airport. That crash happened at 9 o'clock Monday night. It wasn't until the next morning, though, when someone saw the crash and reported it. The plane is still on that hillside tonight.
Well, one of the owners of an East County restaurant is in the hospital after falling headfirst off a cliff while skiing in Utah, and yoga may have helped save his life. Brody's Burger and Beers is Hamul in Hamul posted this picture to Facebook. And it also is the owner, Craig. The post says that a witness saw it happen and helped ski patrol get him off that mountain. It says swelling made it hard for him to breathe, but it goes on to say experts believe practicing yoga made it possible for him to keep breathing. The post says that despite several fractures and a spinal contusion, Craig is making daily progress in his recovery.
Renters might be getting the short end of the stick when it comes to community planning. That's according to a new audit by the San Diego's community planning groups. It found that many groups lack transparency. They're not consistently submitting documents, and they don't have enough representation from renters on their boards. It also found that some groups might not be assuring the public's right to attend their meetings. The audit committee is sending its full report to the City Council with recommendations to improve transparency.
Well, the county has green-lighted a new campground just south of the Tijuana River by the U.S.-Mexico border. The county says in addition to hiking trails and the beach, there are plans to build a nature education activity center. Construction for just the first phase of the campground will cost several $1 million. It's expected to be finished by 2020.